Hello everyone, this is going to be my first video on addition that I mentioned I would do in my introduction video. All I can really recommend for these next 4 videos, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, all 4 of these categories have preliminary tables that you can go and memorize. I think they do 1 through 12. Still, it may be a little bit higher than that, but generally it's beneficial to know 1 through 12 in each of those categories. But this is just going to be a simple how to do the process for addition video. So say you have 2 numbers that are single integer, so it'll be 1 plus 1 maybe. Then you would have your first number over here, and then your second number over here, and then down here you stack them together. So you would have 1 on top of 1 with your addition symbol to the left, your equal line underneath, and then I like to draw a reference line to the right once you get to the bigger numbers, and you'll see why once I start doing those. But then you would go down the column of numbers, which here you only have 1 column, so you would go 1 plus 1 equals 2, and that would be your final answer. And then when you have something like a 2 integer number plus a 1 integer number, 12 plus 1, you would still draw your reference line and your equal line and your addition symbol over here all the same. You would just line up your uneven number to the right side. So you would still go down the columns, but here you're going to go left through the columns. So you would have 2 plus 1 equals 3, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1. There is going to be an imaginary 0 to here. You can draw those in if it helps you line everything up, but it is not a requirement usually. You can go through and do all that without the zeros drawn in. So if you had something like 24 plus 24, those do line up pretty well. So you would have 24 plus 24, and then you have 8 and 4, and that would be your answer. And then going on with bigger numbers, you might have something like, I don't know, 879 plus 453. You draw your addition sign, equal sign, and reference line. And 9 plus 3 is going to be 12. And you can write these numbers off to the side so you can make sure you're lining everything up right if you want to. But that 2 is going to go down here in that first column, and your 1 is going to carry over to the second column. And that's how you're going to do every single column that you have, and still going to the left. So then you would have 13. Your 3, of course, comes down here, and your 1 goes up to that next column. And then you have 13 again. But once you get to the end of your columns, that 1 does carry down here to finish off your number. And some professors do want you to put a comma there, but not all of them really care about that. That's just something you're going to have to ask each professor when you get into their math course. Some are picky, some don't really care. And then it does help sometimes if you underline your answer or draw it in a box like I do, but they're not really picky about that either most of the time. So yeah, that's just a general process for addition, and then we'll get into subtraction and multiplication and division and some of the other videos that I'm about to do.